Let's get ready to rumble!
Benzinga Nation, jam-packed show today. Peloton up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today.
Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies.
Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna.
The best trade idea resource out there. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday, Hump Day. Yes, that's right. Every Wednesday at Benzinga here, we call it Hump Day. I hope you guys are all doing well. We have a hot market today. We are rocking and rolling. Welcome to the Power Hour, everyone. This is the Trade Idea Show. The only reason we spend this time together every single day, these 60 minutes, is because we want this to be the best trade idea resource out there. That's what we're going for. If we are not delivering on bringing the ideas, call us out in the chat, call us out in the comments, blow us up on Twitter, whatever it is that you need to do. Just, you know, do your thing, all right? We want to bring the ideas out to the community. On the radar for today, we've got a pretty jam-packed day. We've got some swing trades that are hitting right now. We have some trades that are hitting. So we're going to buzz through those really quick right off the bat in about we're going to jump to GNUS straight first. So we're going to be bringing on the CEO of GNUS Brands, Andy Heyward, in just a couple minutes from now. Highly requested ticker. I see the symbol flying every single day in the chat room. We promise we bring you guys cool, interesting companies. We are delivering on that. So we'll get rolling with Andy in a minute here. And then in the second half of our show, we're going to be doing some live options trades. Today, specifically, we're going to be focusing on option selling. We'll do a quick little recap of the simple buying calls, buying puts. But then we're going to pivot over to selling calls, selling puts, how to leverage those in your strategy, how to optimize returns with those. So again, guys, jam-packed schedule as always. And I'll make the call to action, like the stream, share the stream. Let's get some energy in here on a Wednesday. It's a drizzly Wednesday here in Detroit, Michigan at Benzinga HQ. But again, we're going to talk GNUS Brands. We're going to talk some swing trades that we're actively in the live portfolio right now, and we're going to make some live options trades. So stay tuned. Let's get rocking and rolling. First airport of the day. There it is. All right, guys. And without further ado, let's just hop straight to GNUS Brands. I know you guys are here for it. We always try to deliver, so I'm going to go ahead and bring Andy on stream with us. Andy Heyward is joining us, CEO of GNUS Brands, ticker GNUS. Andy, what is up? How are you doing on this fine Wednesday, sir?
Very well, Luke. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We are so glad of you to join us. There are a handful of tickers that we see every day in the chat stream as our show goes on. And your ticker is absolutely one of those. We've got a lot of fans out there. So we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come chat with us, talk to us about the company. And before we really hop into it, if you could just start by giving an overview of the company and a little bit of background on yourself for anybody who isn't familiar, that would be great.
Well, we're in a very simple business. We make animated cartoons for television. We distribute them worldwide. We put them on our channel here in the United States, and we sell consumer products and licensing based on those cartoons. The nature of the cartoon business is an unusual one and a very attractive one because we create assets that live forever. They go on and on and on. The best example I can make is Tom and Jerry was made in 1939. Kids discover it fresh every day. When I began my career, I was a writer at Hanna-Barbera, and I used to write on the Flintstones and Scooby-Doo and the Smurfs, and those are all cartoons that continue to this day to be successful as animated products and consumer licensing products. You can still walk into any drugstore and buy Flintstone vitamins. You can go to the supermarket and buy Pebbles and Bam Bam cereals. And that's sort of the nature of this business. It doesn't matter what the new technologies are. It doesn't matter what platforms are available out there, how distribution is evolving, how regulation is evolving. Content is king, will always continue to be king.
All right, and I'm going to throw this one out to the chat. I got a little bit of nostalgia there when you mentioned the Flintstone vitamins, especially in the chat. If you guys grew up on the Flintstone vitamins, drop me the one in the chat. I absolutely did. I always had to drink them each morning or I had to eat them after I drank my orange juice each morning. It was not a great combo, but the vitamins themselves were great.
They're still there today.
Yeah, I love it. But all right, Andy, let's start off on the content side of things. Back in March, you guys talked about some Roblox content. It's obviously been a hot brand, both in and outside of the stock market, and everybody in the chat is saying they ate those Flintstone vitamins. That's awesome. But can you talk to us a little bit about the Roblox content that you guys are making, and any sort of demand for that, what prompted it, etc.?
Well, we were making the Roblox content and licensing it. We didn't produce it. We licensed it from another producer because we knew that it was very hot. There was a lot of interest in it. I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I know that during COVID, when the kids were home from school, the Roblox was exploding. So we thought it was an important brand to get hold of, and we tried to license properties that we know will be attractive and that kids want to watch. And very important to us, and what distinguishes us from our competitors, is that we try to have content that's positive. It doesn't mean that everything we do has to be educational or have a lesson in it. That's not the case. But we are striving to have content on the air that kids can, that it is not going to be violent in any way, not going to have negative images in any way, and that's constructive, as well as things that have some kind of marquee value and are going to get sampling. It's a very competitive environment, obviously, and you need to get sampling in the audience. Okay.
Excellent. And keeping on the content theme, you guys launched the superhero kindergarten with Arnold, of course, the Arnold Schwarzenegger. We've seen strong numbers come out of that programming. Can you talk a little bit about what's next on that front?
Well, that show has been extremely successful, and it's even surprised us.
Okay.
We're averaging about 3.6 million views now per episode. We're in, I believe, our 5th week. And just to give you a little context there, The Simpsons has been the most successful animated show, kids or family, for years on television. And it averages about 3.1 million views per week now. Now, The Simpsons is on linear television. We're on streaming television. So it's a little bit of comparing apples to oranges. But if we continue this pace, we have a very strong performer on our hands here, and we see it a very valuable asset for the long term that will drive international sales, will drive consumer product licensing.
Okay, excellent. And you said it surprised you, but I mean, I think by this point, none of us should be surprised by Arnold. I mean, the man's done a lot of things, from, bodybuilding to acting to governor. So, all right.
Well, Arnold also is a marketing machine. He's an extraordinary person, and he did a great deal of promotion. He's going to continue to do a great deal of promotion. But one of the most important things of the success of this series are the scripts. I don't know if you've seen the show yourself, Luke, or not, but every one of these was written by Stephen Banks, who was the head writer of SpongeBob SquarePants, one of the most important hits of the last few decades on kids' TV that spawned billions of dollars of merchandise. And Stephen Banks is one of the most gifted writers I've ever come across. Every one of these scripts is a pearl. And Arnold, of course, delivered the lines. And we had Stan Lee in cameos in every single one of these. Stan has such a following of his own, and to have him as a cameo in each one of these shows, they're hysterical. I think this weekend we're going to be running a Stan Lee cameo weekend as well. We're going to show all of his cameos.
All right, tune in, everybody. You got the tease now. The Stan Lee cameos are working. And Andy, let me ask you this: you mentioned that Arnold's such a marketing machine. What's it been like working with him or with his team?
Arnold is a pleasure and a privilege in every way. He's intelligent. He's thoughtful. He has great ideas. He's anxious to have this succeed. As you know, he got very engaged. He was promoting the show for us. Will continue to. He was on Jimmy Kimmel Live. He was on Kelly Clarkson. He's done lots and lots of interviews, and he's driven his fan base through his social media. And the fan base has reacted. one thing that I saw, which I was very proud of, is the comments on Arnold's Instagram feed and his social media feed to the show. Most of the stuff he does can be controversial, but this was without exception, over and over and over again, everybody was applauding the show. There's a lot of positive lessons in it as well, and that's a part of our ethos. It not only does it have humor and hijinks, but it promotes health and exercise and nutrition, anti-bullying, diversity, inclusivity, a lot of things that we're proud of.
Excellent. And now I want to pivot a little bit away from the content and more into the company as a whole. The Cartoon Cartoon channel is now up to 100 million households in the U.S. Can you talk about whether that's met, exceeded expectations? What general opinion is on that?
Well, we have launched this channel barely 6 months ago, and it's grown quite dramatically. We're distributed everywhere now. We're on Apple TV, Apple iOS, Amazon TV, Amazon Fire, Android Mobile, Android Television, Roku, Tubi, Comcast, Dish, Sling, YouTube. Pretty much you can get it anywhere. And the reaction continues to be very strong. If you look at one of the measures that I've seen that I'm very excited about is you go to the Apple Store and you go to the Google Android Store, and we lead all of the competitors. In the Apple Store, Cartoon Channel has a 5.0 rating. We're ahead of Netflix. We're ahead of Disney Plus. We're ahead of YouTube Kids. We're ahead of all of the other players in the kids space. Similar story if you go to the Google Android Store. They have a 4.8 rating. That puts us ahead of Netflix, that has a 4.4. It puts us ahead of Disney Plus, that has a 4.3. And these are all users. This is not something that is in any way PR or self-serving or internal generating. So we're very happy about the reaction. The product is a fantastic product. We just promoted our previous general manager, John Allweather, to president of the channel. He's done an extraordinary job. Very, very cutting edge. We've got the former head of programming of Disney Channel, Lou Fazio, is doing all of our acquisitions and programming. We're very thoughtful of how the channel is curated to get stuff that we think kids are going to be very engaged in, plus our original programming. The original programming, of course, started with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stan Lee's cartoon, Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten. But we have coming up a live show that we call a sort of a mix between sort of a kid's version of Jeopardy, and it's very, very exciting. We have a very prominent TikTok and YouTube influencer who is going to be hosting the show. That'll be announced shortly, and that'll be up very soon. Then we have Shaq's Garage with Shaquille O'Neal coming up right after that. So there's, and the metrics of growth have been quite dramatic in terms of the hours watched weekly, the unique users weekly, the views weekly. They continue to go up very, very dramatically. So we're excited about this, and we see the future of Cartoon Channel dramatically growing both in the United States and outside.
So Andy, let me ask you this. In the past, you've partnered with other, content platforms to distribute your content. Is the plan to continue to do that? It would be, work with somebody like a Netflix, or is it to utilize a Cartoon Channel?
Well, we're going to be putting all of our emphasis on Cartoon Channel. We will license our shows from time to time to other platforms. Our show Rainbow Rangers, for example, we just licensed year one of it to Netflix. It's been licensed to Nickelodeon Junior originally. Now in the U.S., it's on Netflix, and it's on Cartoon Channel, of course. Internationally, we have it on Nickelodeon Latin America. We just did a deal with HBO Max for Rainbow Rangers in Latin America, and we also just did a deal with Amazon Prime for it on in the US and UK. So opportunistically other platforms, but the importance of using our own platform is we can control the marketing, and that will enable us to control the consumer products licensing rollout. Very important part of our business is the consumer products licensing, and that we are just beginning to harness right now. That means the toys, the video games, the electronics, the music, the publishing, the apparel, the backpacks, the sleepwear, all of the different products. If you have a success in the kids' business, you will have a success in the licensing business. And that becomes very, very powerful.
Excellent. And Andy, I do have to say, a lot of members in the chat love your glasses. That was the first thing I noticed too. Those are awesome.
Well, on Wednesdays we wear pink.
There you go. Okay. You have a Wednesday thing. My Wednesday thing, I don't know if you remember the commercial from years ago where the camels would walk around and say hump day on Wednesdays. Like that. I wake up every Wednesday, I think that.
Well, that was in the Geico commercials for that. Warren Buffett owns Geico, and I used to, for many years, produce the movie that opened the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting.
Oh, that's amazing! And that's amazing.
We use those camels in our animated film every year. Okay,
that is great. All right, so when you gave me, some people don't remember. You came in strong. Of course, I remember, and I understand why. All right. But back to GNUS for a second. In the last shareholder letter, there was some discussion about possible entry into NFTs. Is there any update that you can share on that, or where the company's thinking is at?
We're looking at it. We're talking to a number of people, but also we're being very cautious. It's an area that is new, and we have to be prudent shareholders of the steward's money, stewarding the shareholders' money, and we have to be prudent shareholders of our brand. We don't want to get involved in anything that it's still early and it's unproven. Having said that, we've had a lot of people come to us to do something with the NFTs and Stan Lee. We are now the owners of the Stan Lee brand, and we're going to be launching something very important that'll connect up to Stan Lee's 100th anniversary in 2022. And cards and collectibles are a part of that. So we're keeping our eye on NFTs. We're not quite there yet. Okay.
Excellent. And could you provide any more context about Stan Lee or Marvel or anything along those lines? That's, outside of the glasses, that's probably the most requested question I'm seeing fly through our chat.
Well, Stan Lee was not just the most successful creator of our time, but he was a friend and mentor to myself. I worked with Stan for many years. And it's a privilege that we were able to become the steward of his brand. We control his name, his likeness in animation and in live action, all of his post-Marvel licensing, all of his post-Marvel IP, and the ability to put his name and build anything out of it. It's very powerful. As you know, Stan had, I think, 12 of the top 30 movies of all time were either created or co-created by him. Spider-Man, X-Men, Iron Man, the Captain America, Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy, and of course the #1 most successful film of all time, The Avengers. So Avengers Endgame. So we see a tremendous treasure chest in Stan, and we are being very diligent and thoughtful. We brought on Michael Uslan to run this business for us. Michael is the producer of Batman, all of the Batman franchise, live action and animated. He's a very well-known and respected creator and cartoon guru, and working with closely with Michael and with Stan's partner, Gil Champion, we're going to be rolling out something very special. It'll have AI in it, and we think it's going to be very powerful because Stan has a huge following, and anything, Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten was the first thing that actually touched his name on something since he passed away. And we've seen this tremendous success so far with it. And we think as we roll out a fully integrated universe of Stan, we're going to see important things coming forth.
Excellent. I appreciate it. And Andy, let me ask you one more question. I mean, you've had such an amazing career. You've built so many amazing things. Do you have any favorite project or any project that you've been a part of that you look on most fondly?
Oh, gosh. Well, the first project I did was Inspector Gadget, and it's still very near and dear to my heart, but that was many years ago. I also am very proud of having produced the only animated special on the life of Dr. Martin Luther King. I did it very closely with the family. Dexter King played the voice of his father. Oprah Winfrey played the voice of Coretta King. But I'm always excited about what's coming forth in the future. We have, of course, Shaq's Garage coming up. We've got a number of other projects, but we're involved with some very important IP now, and we'll announce it when the time is right. And I think all of our shareholders will be very excited and pleased as it comes forth.
Andy, I appreciate it, and you know we have something we like to use on the show. It's an air horn. We're definitely ringing that one for you today. Again, one of the most requested people that we've had to come on the show. I know that our team has been all over you guys, so I appreciate you taking the time to come out and join us today. And if there's any final words of wisdom or anything else that we didn't touch on, feel free to weigh in.
Well, I'm going to say one last thing, which you did not mention, but the AT&T Time Warner Discovery deal, and of course this morning the announcement of Amazon buying MGM, are powerful earthquakes inside the media business. And I think it just speaks to a very important phenomenon that draws attention to the fact that content and distribution together are a very highly coveted product. Anybody with children's content, and in particular content that is streaming today, is in a very enviable position. There's a lot of consolidation going on, and I think we're finding ourselves becoming the last oasis in the desert. And it's an exciting time to be in this business.
Excellent. Andy, I appreciate you adding that tidbit. I appreciate all that you do, not only for your shareholders, but for all this amazing content you put out there for the world. So once again, thanks a ton for hopping on with us today.
Thank you so much, Luke. A privilege to be here.
Absolutely. All right, guys. How about that one? We're doing another air horn for Andy. There we go, taking some time out of his day to come with us. I know you guys love that one. I'm going to make the ask, smash the like button, share the stream, hit subscribe. We go on this show every single day. We're going at this time, 12 o'clock Eastern, for an hour. We want this to be the best damn trade idea resource out there. That is what we're building towards, bringing interesting companies, talking about our trades. Next up on the docket, so let's see. We got another 35 minutes here together today. We've got 4 active swing trades in our live brokerage account. Let's go ahead and add that onto the stream here. Share your screen. All right. There it is. All right. Live brokerage account is pulled up. There we go. We've got a couple nice winners at the top. We're going to buzz down those tickers, talk about how we are trading them with some of the nice price action that we have today. So we're going to do that first, the swing trades. Second, we are going to do options. We're going to do some options lessons. We're going to do calls and puts, sort of the basics, maybe buy some calls, maybe buy some puts. And then we are also going to get more specifically into selling options, selling calls, selling puts. How does that help you? How do you take advantage of that in your strategy? That's what we're about to get into. But first things first, let's hit it with the swing trades. Jason Raznick, I see you are joining us on the stream today. And I got to tell you, Jason, some of these trades that we've made on this show are hot right now.
Which ones are you loving?
First things, what'd you say?
Which ones are you loving?
All right, let's talk about this one first. Ford is sitting right now at what, a 3-4 year high. We own both the stock and we own the calls. I want to throw this one out to Zinger Nation, guys. If you like Ford, ticker F right now, you had to pay it one way or another. Throw me the 1 if you like it, the 2 if you don't. In my opinion, is I'm letting it go. It's sitting up here at literally, this is a 5-year chart we have on the screen. It's sitting up at a multi-year high. It has energy. The EV story is finally coming together. That's why we bought the stock in the first place. So I'm going to let it go.
You're letting it go.
I'm like letting it ride. Let's let it ride.
Oh, let it ride. I thought you were saying that you're letting it go. You're selling.
Nope. We bought the stock on January 4th. I think the first trading day of the year, maybe January 3rd, on this EV story. Our thesis is finally playing out. And so I'm still feeling pretty good about the Ford position.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. And did you gloat yet?
About my Voyager?
Yeah.
We didn't do Voyager yet. Nope.
Should we have the Voyager CEO come on right now?
Voyager Digital? I think that would be a good one.
Let me get him on.
All right, bring him on. So I'm going to click back to the brokerage account again, guys. This is the real brokerage account. We look at this one every single day. We make trades out of this every single day on the show. So you know, one of these top 3 holdings that we have, Voyager Digital, guys, ticker VYGVF on the.
Wow,
OTC
is that Tiger
market.
up again today?
Yeah, I'm hot this week.
You're
Portfolio
so
was at
hot.
all-time high.
You're so hot. I mean,
I'm so hot right now.
You're printing money. Benzinga Pro is printing money.
I am printing money. Yes. Pro.benzinga.com, pro.benzinga.com. Yeah,
Printing
I'm
money.
literally printing money this week. All-time high.
Um,
So Voyager Digital, guys, if you don't know it, it's a crypto brokerage, not exchange, right? It's a brokerage in that it connects to all the exchanges. So that way their users can get the best fills on crypto trading. They had earnings yesterday on this show. On Twitter, we backed into earnings estimates on the stock. Are the estimate that we all calculated together on this show. We'll pull it up. But basically, we came to the company's going to do $58 million of revenue. That was compared to the $47 million analyst estimate. Again, we published all of our research on Twitter. The company came out. They did $60 million of revenue compared to that $48 million estimate.
Go back to your tweets. Show them your research on Voyager. It was like the numbers you forecasted, all that stuff.
Exactly. Yes. We built it all out. I've got to go find the one from this past weekend. There we go. Wait, Jason, look at this. 60 million. There it is. The one from this weekend has all the research, but see the 60 million that we put out 2 days before earnings?
Yeah.
Now let's compare that to what Voyager reported that they did. Oh, what is that? 60 million.
Just based on you taking the previous months.
Yeah, based on me taking the previous months and then also the KPIs and the trading activity. And we use that to estimate what the earnings results would be.
Unreal. And people, I mean, I don't know if they're reading, Reuters or what, but they should be at Benzinga all day. And
Exactly.
Here's my account for.
And check this out. Hugo in the chat is saying that we paid for 5 years of his Benzinga Pro with the Voyager Digital profits.
Yep. And that's me there.
Boom. I love it.
So what I'm in the show, I've been talking Tesla since day one, but I mean, look at BTN.
Yep.
All
right. So between the two of us, we've got some hot ones. We have the Ford is at literally a 5-year high. We had the Voyager. We called the earnings on the dot. We swung traded into those earnings. We made money. Your BTN, hot. And then you want to look at Tiger Brokers as well?
I mean, it's not even just BTN, FGF too. Look at that, 60%. Upwork. I mean, I kept buying as it went up. So, Tiger. Look at Tiger.
All right, so let's look at Tiger.
Terry signed up 248%.
Tiger was another earnings trade. Okay. It's similar to Voyager. Here, let me put my screen on here. So I'm sharing my screen now. There's a Tiger Brokers chart. It's up FinTech Holdings, ticker TIGR, Tango India Golf Romeo. So basically Tiger Brokers, it's the Robin Hood of China. If you need a really simple way to think about it, that's the simple way to think about it. We bought the stock into earnings. We bought the stock live on this show. And basically our thesis was we can see from our data and our activity on Benzinga.com that trading is still hot. The analyst estimates for the stock were lower from the previous quarter. So basically analysts were saying there are fewer people trading this quarter than there were in the previous quarter. We knew that was baloney. So we bought the stock Monday. We got an amazing, this is a 5-day chart we're looking at right now, 5 days. We got an amazing pop off the earnings figures. Now the stock is continuing to break out. The next catalyst that we're looking for on the stock, I'm going to zoom out to a 1-year chart. Look at this. It got way up near 40. It's at 21 right now. We've got this nice gap right now. The next catalyst on the stock is that we are expecting the Robinhood IPO within the next month. If that IPO is a hit, if people are excited about it, this will be good for Tiger. It could make it, one of those super viral stocks again. and get us some really nice share appreciation. So as long as it's continuing to make higher highs each day, which it is today, is the second day in a row after that earnings report, I'm going to be holding on to the thing. If it shows sign of weakness, we'll take the profits off the earnings trade and walk away.
Look at Peloton today.
All right, I hate Peloton.
If you're listening to the show right now, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Turn on notifications. Look at Peloton.
Holy crap! Here's a 5-day chart of Peloton. I'll zoom it in. There's a 2-day chart.
I haven't given up on Peloton, and I own it, and we're up. Look at that. Right?
Yeah. So what's the?
Because I like it. Stock. My picks are bigger than Jim Cramer's now. Isn't that crazy?
I know, that is nuts.
Yeah.
That is nuts. But I mean, hey, you deserve it.
I gotta be careful giving out my next big out loud pick, because but I'm up whatever 132% over the last 3 months. Kramer's down 16%, so I still love him.
Yep, there you go.
Royal Caribbean's taken off a bit at 91. I've been talking that. And then what's my OSW doing? Let's see if that moved ever. Royal Caribbean, but OSW is the spa inside the cruise ships. OSW, we're up 6% now. Maybe I should buy some more shares. Let's do it. I'll buy some more shares, OSW.
Yep. Are you still in the Ford? The Ford trade?
I'm still in the Ford. The Ford? Yeah, sure.
All right, so you got the OSW you're winning on. You're getting some nice strength out of the Peloton, the BTN, obviously a huge winner. I'm still in your BTN trade.
You don't get out.
All right.
When does our guest come on? We have a guest coming up, right?
Nope. We just finished with the Genius Brand CEO, Andy Heyward. I mean, the career that guy has been amazing. I mean, he worked with Stan Lee for years. I mean, he works with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Shaq now. I mean, just the creators that he's able to name drop just casually as friends that he's created amazing, world-renowned content with over the years is incredible.
That's amazing.
All right, and Jason, let me ask you this. He did also bring up some nostalgia when he was talking about the Flintstone vitamins. He's basically talking about content, right? The licensing deals last forever. Flintstone vitamins being an example of that. Did you grow up on the Flintstone vitamins like I did?
Yes.
I asked this one to the chat earlier, but you missed it. But chat, if you guys grew up on the Flintstone vitamins, drop me a 1 in the chat. If not, drop me a 2. If that doesn't speak to the power of content and brand, right? The wait till you see the wave of ones that we're about to get, Jason. I think that nothing does.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But Genius, they also talked about, they're exploring NFTs. Andy sort of gave us the heads up that we're going to expect something big with the Stan Lee enterprise shortly. So I mean, it was one of the most interesting interviews that we've ever done on the show, for sure. There's no doubt about it. And look at all those ones.
I have some new ideas for some licensing brands that maybe make Shaq look on the smaller side. We'll see. I have some stuff, Luke.
The Joel Conan yoga pants.
The Joel
did
Conan.
Exist.
They exist.
They did. I think Spencer Israel killed that pretty quickly, but I think that was one of the first Mitch Hodge creations at Benzinga.
Yeah, Spencer Israel kills a lot of things. That's just what happens. So yeah, that's I gotta get. I'm gonna get the BTN chairman on. I keep saying that we keep going back and forth.
Somebody said I can taste the vitamins right now. They're great one that somebody's putting in the chat. There's a global bike shortage. I've heard that from a few people who tried to buy bikes. Jonathan Mallard, Benzinga person, he spent $1,000 on a used bike because the store he went to didn't have new bikes. I mean, that seems like a crazy amount of money to spend on a used bike.
What do you spend?
$1,000.
Really?
On a used bicycle?
I don't even want that.
I don't know. Okay.
Wait, Luke, on the subject,
I am confused on the title of the show. Wasn't it supposed to be how to trade options?
Yeah, but we altered it for the Genius. I'll switch it back to the options one.
No, I'm just following up. Okay.
I was gonna say,
look at that, Jason. We're getting credit too. So let's see this. John in the chat is giving us credit for
the chlorine shortage.
I own all over that one, baby. Let's be on top of this bike one.
I mean, that's what it's about. It's about the community. Okay, Voyager CO coming on in 8 minutes.
All right. So in those 8 minutes, should we do some live options trades?
Yeah, we should.
We just Voyager CO coming on 8 minutes. If you're in Voyager, you want the people to get out who are in Voyager, go on social media, go on StockSwitch, go on Twitter, tag the Voyager ticker, let them know that we're coming. Voyager Steve Ehrlich CO is coming on in 8 minutes.
Yep.
Okay?
And so tag the ticker VGX, but also make sure that you tag VYGVF, the ticker. Also tag VGX, which is their crypto token.
Yeah,
there's a ton of people out there tweeting about that as well.
Kevin O'Leary, his bike was stolen in Miami.
I was going to say, on the subject of bikes, I've been hearing about this stock. The ticker is FOXF, I believe. And they make it's
Dude,
Fox.
you can't be on right now. You don't have the lights on behind you, and that makes it look bad. There's a power switch behind you, Aaron Bree.
Wait, I do have the studio lights on.
No.
Are there more behind me?
No, go see Aaron Thomas. He can help you. You don't see the ice cream cone?
Yeah, you're supposed to have the lights, whatever.
Good. No, but
Okay,
the room is too bright too.
I'll get AT, but let me drop my ticker for the bike play real quick. It's FOXF, Fox Factory Holdings. And yeah, so they make like the suspensions and stuff that go into bikes, and they sell their gear to all the biggest bike manufacturers.
Okay.
All right, I'll go grab AT real quick, get my lights figured out.
All right, and then I'm going to go through. Let's do some of this options lesson. All right. I'm going to share my screen here. I have this little notepad that we can take a look at. So basically, there are 4 types of options trades that we're going to talk about either today and tomorrow. We'll do today and tomorrow for sure. We're going to continue the option lesson into tomorrow. But basically, there are 4 trade types where if you can have a fundamental grasp of these trade types, you can do you're very far along with options, right? Can you get more strategic and talk about hedging away positions and doing spreads and that sort of thing? Sure. But if you understand these 4 basic option trades, you're pretty damn far along, and the rest of the stuff will come very easily for you. And so the 4 that we're talking about are buying calls, buying puts, selling calls, and selling puts. That simple. All right. Jason, do you think we should start with the buying calls and buying puts, or jump straight to the selling of options?
I don't know. This is your part of the show.
All right.
I was gonna get out.
All right. You can get out, and then you want to come back when Steve joins?
Yeah, that was my plan.
All right. It's a good plan.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace. All right, producer AB. So buy calls, buy puts, sell calls, sell puts. Let's hammer through all of them. And let's do some of these live examples. So the first one, let's do buy calls. Let's see how far we can get. I've
got a couple stocks I'd like to buy calls on right now.
All right, you throw them out. With my portfolio at an all-time high, I'm just going to listen to your trades. And then, I hope that you pick well. How's that?
I like it. So actually, I just opened up a new position yesterday on some calls that I bought. And this is a stock that I actually don't really love like long term, but I think right now it has some uptrend potential in the next couple months, and that's Uber. So I bought some $55 strike calls about a month out. The stock is trading at $51 right now. And part of why I like this in the short term, so back in February, the stock was trading at $63 a share. And like I said, long term, I do think around the price it's at right now is a fair price for the stock. But I think in the next couple months, if anyone's been traveling and they try to get Ubers right now, they're like impossible to get, super expensive. So I think in the next couple weeks, we'll see this stock continue to tick on the uptrend. And as soon as that gets close to my $55 strike and those contracts are up more, I'm going to get out of them.
All right. So let's do this then with Uber. We're doing start with the buying call. So the ticker is Uber. Let's get a quick price of Uber right now, and let's break down this trade all the way through, then execute it. We're at $50.93. 50.93. All right, let's look at the chart. You're seeing technical strength on Uber. Okay, we have this nice uptrend. That's why you like the stock into this $55 level.
Right. And like I said, even if it doesn't get up to that 55, if it just keeps going up near there, my premiums, the contracts themselves will become worth more than I bought them for, and I can just sell them for a nice little gain.
Okay. So let's pull up the option chain on Uber. I do like that $55 price target on that technical strength. We can absolutely get there. We just filled the gap. There's
Well, I was
nothing
gonna say if I had more money, like more cash sitting in my portfolio, I would have gone with a lower strike price. That'd be a little bit more expensive, like maybe a 53, or I don't know what the options chain looks like off the top of my head, but even like a 53.5, something along those lines. But I do think the 55 has potential as well.
All right, so let's load up this option chain on Uber. Come on, brokerage. Please enable real-time communication to use this. What the hell?
I can pull up my portfolio if it's not working for you.
Yeah, we might need it. Let's see. There it is. All right, we got it. So all right, we're gonna go out to the July contract. So it's July 16th, 2021. It gives us plenty of time for the trade. We probably don't even need to go out that far. I'm going to actually bring it in. We're going to go to June. 23 days should be plenty based on this chart. So we're going to go June 18th, 2021. So the date, June 18, 2021. The strike price that we're looking at is $55. And then let's see how much these options are about to cost us. All right, we're looking at calls that are $55. So it's about to cost us 72 cents per share. 72, which is equal to, keep in mind, each options contract represents 100 shares. So for us to put this trade on, it's going to cost a total of $72. So I'm going to break this whole thing down again, guys. So we're the stock that we're talking about, the trading options on, and we're buying long calls on, is Uber. The current price of Uber is $50.93. Basically, we're saying we think Uber is going to exceed $55 by June 18th. So we're going to spend $72 to have the right to buy 100 shares of Uber for $55 on or before June 18th. Okay, so we're spending $72. And we're going to be able to buy 100 shares of Uber on or before June 18th. All right, so let's put in our limit here at 72. I'm trusting you, AB, and I'm staking up my own $72 for the sake of the show and doing the lesson. We should
buy a few of them.
We're doing one. We're trusting you. Okay. All right, so the trade costs us $72. Like we said, it's 72 cents per option contract. That's $72 for all 100 options we are buying at once. So in order to break even, what price does Uber need to get to, producer AB? I'm asking you the question.
I think I would have to look at the actual options chain.
No, you don't. All right, let's do it. To break even, right? We have the $55, the 55 strike options, right? So that means that we're making money if Uber's over $55, but also we spent 72 cents to get the trade on. Okay, so we're gonna add 55 plus the 72 cents. And so that means if Uber shares are above 55.72 on or before June 18th, 2021, we are making money. Everybody's saying, Jesus Christ, producer AB. I hope that your math is better, or your stock picks are better than your math. There we go. Zinger Nation's coming through. They know that it's 55.72. So there is the trade. And guys, we are going to track this trade every single day, until it plays out. So now I'm going to ask this one. Guys, we're also going to buy a put. Again, the four options trades we're walking through, we're going to make live. Is we're going to buy calls, we're going to buy puts, we're then going to sell calls, we're then going to sell puts. So we're going to talk about the mechanism for each of them, just like we broke down the call trade. So we're starting basic, getting a little bit more advanced. So I need a stock to be bearish on. Guys, drop me a ticker that I can trade as an example on the show to be bearish on. We are going to buy puts. Okay. I need a stock to be, and we'll label this bullish. I need a stock to be bearish on for our buying puts. Buy puts, bearish trade. And we're going to copy down all of this, okay? All these same fields.
Dredge is saying dash, which I kind of like that as a
DoorDash?
Yeah, bearish. I think as more and more
Let's go.
people.
I come out against DoorDash. Genius puts, no way. I like Genius long. Y'all are assholes, okay? I'm not in Genius long, but we might take that position when we sell puts. We'll see, okay? GME, we're definitely not doing that with GME. Let's pull up the chart of Neo. Did somebody say Neo? No, I made that up. Yes. Christian saying, you want to do Neo again. Yes, it is. All right, we're doing Neo, okay? So we're about to buy puts in Neo. We're betting the price of Neo down again. This is for
just a warning. In 2 minutes, we'll have a guest, Steve Ehrlich with Voyager. Please let your friends know on social media. Thank you.
Voyager Digital, VYGVF. Like the stream, share the stream. Let's freaking go, guys. But all right, we're gonna round out this put buying. We're doing it with Neo, okay? It's my favorite stock to love to hate. Let's get a recent price check on Neo, ticker NIO. We are at 37.42. Okay. Let's just quickly grab a strike price. We don't have a ton of time here. So we have some lows right here around this 30 line. I would love to buy the 35 puts, but they might be expensive. Let's just go take a look. We're looking at Neo. All right, we got to move quick. So we're probably going to buy the 35 puts. They're going to cost us some decent chunk of change, but I do hate the stock. There we go. That's not bad. $1.06. I will take that all day. All right, so let's fill it in. The strike price is 35. The date that we're looking at, I believe, are the June 18th. Let's check. Yep, June 18th. June 18, 2021. The cost of these options is only $1.06. So again, guys, we are betting that the price of Neo is going to be below $35 on or before June 18th, 2021. Let's go hit this trade. Boom. There it is. We just bought throughout the order to buy the puts. It's filled. The trade costs us $1.06 per share times the 100 shares. What is the break-even price? The question is going out there. Producer AB, you have the first chance to answer it. Zinger Nation better not beat you. They've got a delay to deal with.
So
break-even price.
106 plus what was the current? All right, current price is 30. So we needed to get 33.94. Or no, it's from the actual price. All right, so it would be
no.
36.36.
You're good. You're good.
Oh,
let it sit. Let it sit. Okay. Sometimes you just have to say something and let it sit. So our break-even price on Neo on or before June 18th, $33.94. If Neo is not below that price, the $106 that we just spent to put the trade on goes away to nothing. If Neo goes to $20, then we're making $15 times 100. Right. That's the spread there. So boom, that is our quick option lesson. Stay tuned, guys. We just did buying calls, buying puts. Next, we're gonna do selling calls, selling puts. But I gotta stop bloviating. We have a big interview.
Big interview, Voyager. But before we bring him on, for everyone here, subscribe to the channel because we do have a promotion going on right now. If you want a free share of Tesla, hit the link. It's in the chat, the Gleam link. You get more entries into the contest if you share the stream. If you get your friends to subscribe. We do have a little video. I'll play it after the interview because I'm excited to get Mr. Ehrlich on from Voyager.
Hell yes. All right. Is it time? Is the time now?
Or we can play the video real quick and bring him on. Let's see if Raz is. Oh, there he is.
Mr. Raznick.
Yo. I look dark in the room, but it's okay. What's up? What's up, Steve Ehrlich? Congratulations on your strong-ass earnings last night. Luke was doing some analysis prior. You should have seen his analysis. It was pretty thorough. It was pretty funny. Yeah, what do you have to say for yourself?
Congrats to my team for all the work they did. It's exciting when things come together. The business really is growing. And it wasn't just the the March quarter that we announced, we also gave some data on April and May and how we're blowing we're blowing up and we're really growing. So it was a great quarter. We're excited by it. But as I said at the end of the analyst call yesterday, which had over 1,000 people listening, by the way, that's just the beginning. We're just getting started. There's a long way for us to go, and that was just the beginning of what we're building.
Gotcha. And did you guys yesterday talk a little about the VGX, the Voyager coin?
Oh, we did. We talked about the swap that is being worked on, that we're working really closely with some of the big exchanges, and to have hopefully get that done in the very near future, to have that token swapped, so we get the staking rewards. Although you can still get 7% today, but have that be the first piece of our Voyager loyalty program puzzle. It's not that far away. Working with the exchanges to get that done.
How long does that take?
It takes, we're working every day with the exchanges on getting that done. So
okay,
no
cool.
set time frame, but not too far away.
Got it. There's some questions in the chat. I'm just going to go to it because this guy's been a loyal listener for a while. Tony, I know the answers, but he wants to know, are you guys still paying a 9% dividend?
We pay 9% interest on the USDC.
On the USDC, not you.
Yep.
USDC. Yep.
Yeah, no. The stock does not pay a dividend yet. We reinvest all our dollars back into marketing. But yes, we still pay 9% on USDC.
Luke was concerned when crypto prices were falling, like when Bitcoin or Ethereum was falling in price. He thought maybe the 9% would get reduced on the USDC, or that you could forget even the 9% get reduced, that we could lose some of our money on the USDC. Can you tell Luke if his concern is valid or not valid?
Invalid. We did not see one loan default at all when crypto went, I think it was 2 Tuesdays ago. It dropped 25% in like hours, all because of our friends on the other side of the world in China and everyone's crypto buddy in Elon Musk.
Got it. And so,
all right, that's good. That makes me feel a lot better.
So should we put more money in USDC, Luke?
We should maybe put more money in USDC. Jason was ready yesterday, Steve, and I'm like, well, we had some volatility. Let's bring Steve on the show. Get a sense, make sure we still understand everything right, and then he can go put more money in.
Yeah.
Well, look, not a bad call, but I think overall the volatility in the market is really good for a business like ours. I mean, no loan defaults. Our capital position, if you look at it on the financials that we filed, I think our working capital is about 200 million. So everything's safe, everything's secure. Interest is, you're getting your interest paid timely. And when it's volatile like that, our volume increases because we all know agency brokerages, and whether it is traditional online or if it's crypto, when there's volatility, we get more trades, which means more volume, which means more revenue, which means more profit. Plain and simple.
And something that I want to call out too, Steve, is you're being humble about the numbers from yesterday. But guys, we're talking about a company that grew revenue from 3.5 million to 60 million quarter over quarter, and then put out even stronger like usage numbers for the quarter that we're in right now. I mean, it's unreal. I mean, it's like unprecedented. I don't know if I can say it's unprecedented, but I don't know of other situations like that. I mean, it's an amazing job you guys have done.
Well, there's only one way to be as a company, and you guys know me well. We've been friends for a long time. You got to stay humble. We execute our business plan. We're excited about everything we're doing. Our numbers are, they speak for themselves, as Luke, you just pointed out. I'll tell you this, for our entire fiscal year, June 30th, 2020, we did 1.1 million of revenue. Already for the 9 months, we're at 65. I think it's 65 million. April was good. May was good. June will be good. You could kind of do the numbers, and analysts have put some numbers out in reports and what they expect for the fourth quarter and what our annual number would be. You're probably right. I haven't seen a company in 3 years do what we've done. Comes with growing pains. We know that, everything does. And we deal with them and we address them. But and we're doing the best we can. But I don't think I've seen a company in 3 years grow that fast, and we're excited by it. But as I said when I started, we just getting started.
And Steve, can you talk about the product roadmap a little bit?
Wait, before you go to that, Luke, what about talking to the stock, or what about NASDAQ uplisting?
Great question. Look, our goal is to get NASDAQ listed. There's a lot of work that has to get done for that, but our goal is to get there. We're working really hard towards that. We have a top 4 accounting firm working with us on getting us there. But our first step, as we've been open about, is getting us to the Toronto Stock Exchange, graduating up and being able to be listed on there, so more large funds can actually hold us, because there are some restrictions for funds in Canada being able to hold to hold CSE companies. But first step, TSX, hopefully in the very near future as well, and we'll get to NASDAQ from there.
And one more question. Someone was asking about the USDC being safe. I know you said you saw no defaults on that 25% drop because of China and Elon. If there were some defaults, would your USDC or would my USDC be at risk?
There's not going to be defaults. You're asking about hypotheticals. That's not going to happen. We haven't seen it. Okay. It hasn't. Look, and what I tell consumers is this: there have been 2 major drops in crypto in the last 14 months, 15 months, right? March of last year, crypto dropped from Bitcoin, and not, and I say crypto, I say, Bitcoin, I'm bringing them all together. Yep. Bitcoin went from 8,500, 8,800 March 12th of last year, March 10th, to 3,500. There wasn't any defaults in the system. It dropped from, 42 to 28,000, bottomed at 28,000. Yep. Just last 2 weeks ago, no defaults. So, the system isn't over levered to the point where there's any problems there. And we monitor that every single day. And so you could feel safe with your funds.
Got it. And there was one thing, the coin, people are buying this VGX, like they're excited about it. What makes like this coin better than other coins?
Look, it's an ecosystem coin. It's very similar to the Binance coin that they've grown globally to be multi-billion-dollar value. It's an ecosystem coin for us, where it's extremely important to everything we're putting together. It builds brand loyalty. It brings consumer loyalty. You get rewards with using the token. It's a very important aspect for everything we're doing moving forward, because it's our idea of hotel and airline rewards, but we're doing it on the blockchain, so it's even better. Got it. We got to get the Zynga coin on your network. So you have your coins that we need a Zynga coin. We need a Zynga coin. When are we going to do it? Let's do it. I thought, like, Luke, you were done with getting the Zynga coin paperwork all done. What was the delay? Why isn't it launched?
Our dude went to Mexico for 10 days.
So then maybe we need another dude.
We need another dude. Maybe that's what we like. We should go to that conference in Miami.
I'm there. You guys should come. You should come down, say hello, and anyone who's here, who's here should come visit our booth. We're partnered with our buddies at Market Rebellion that we're doing the JV on the stock side with. We have a booth, and come see us. I'm happy to see everyone.
Are you staying in a hotel, or are you staying with your family?
I'm not telling you what hotel I'm staying at.
Well, everything's like all booked up. It's crazy.
I've been booked for quite some time.
I just booked flights. Hotels are like crazily booked. This is like a crescendo moment. I feel like the hotels are crazily booked. I've never seen it like this.
You're like family. So if you need a room, as long as I don't have one king bed, you could have the other bed. You could have the double.
Yeah.
We'll just put a divider in the bed, make it COVID safe.
No way. I am not sleeping in the same bed with Jason Raznick. Not happening. No shot.
That would tank the stock price.
That would probably would. You could have the other bed.
Yeah, thanks. All right. So then, Luke, you want about product roadmap. So go ahead with your thing, Luke.
Yeah. I was just curious if you could speak to product roadmap a little bit, Steve. I've seen somebody in the chat talking about the crypto debit card that you've alluded to in the past, but just anything on the horizon that we should be on the lookout for is interesting.
Yeah, all good. All good stuff. Our product roadmap. First and foremost, we're as I've stated probably with you guys here too, is we're scaling the infrastructure, and that's first number one priority is continue to scale the infrastructure. We announced 540,000 funded accounts, which is double where we were at the end of March, just as of the other day. 1.6 million users on the platform. So this system continues to scale. So the product roadmap, debit card. I have the mock-ups of the debit card. I see them. They're in. It's pretty cool. I'm one of these days I'll share it just so people can see that it actually exists. We're working with our payment provider at UCO and our bank, Metropolitan Commercial, to get that launched, and we're working hard at that. But again, bringing that into the product when we still have a little bit more scaling to do is kind of asinine. And then I get people yell at me on Twitter. Why would you bring a debit card to market when your system's not stable enough? Yeah, good point. So we'll get that to where we were and bring the debit card. We're closing in on the international expansion and what we're doing there. So those are pretty big pieces for us. And then don't forget the stocks. We have a clearing firm we're working with. We're working through the money flows on that, and we're excited by that partnership so we can bring stock trading as well. Those are 4 pretty big items on our roadmap. That will be here soon.
You need Benzinga News with that stock stuff.
Yeah, and we're working on it. That. I had it in my old business way back. I think we were one of the early adopters of Benzinga News, and we'll get it on our platform. Let me scale. Let me get this. Let me get it to the proper scale here, and we will put Benzinga News on our platform.
Yeah,
you heard it here.
You guys heard it here. We should send Steve all the swag. Have we sent you swag in a while?
I've got the old blue T-shirt that I think has.
Jesus, Jason, you're asking to sleep in his bed in the hotel, and you haven't even sent him a
T-shirt. Give me swag.
What the hell?
Give me swag. Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, that's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. So, Aaron Thomas, if you're listening, get some. Let's go get some swag here. So we'll take care of that. We'll take care of that. All right, Luke. Any more on the product roadmap?
No. I mean that was the one that I wanted to make sure we got to. So, and the press release says it all. The numbers say it all. Again, guys, if you don't know the company, check it out. They again, quarter over quarter, not even year over year, quarter over quarter revenue, $3.5 million to $60 million. I mean, the numbers speak volumes to Steve, what you and the team have done.
Again, I appreciate that. I mean, the team, I have a world-class team that's getting bigger and stronger and deeper with people coming in from some really brand name recognizable companies that want to work for Voyager. And we're excited by that and where we're going, the product, the team. We couldn't be happier where we are. But again, I'll just continue to say it. We're just beginning. We got a lot more work to do, and we got a world to conquer.
And you guys are doing it. I mean, the amount of accounts you're opening is freaking insane. I mean, how many accounts did you open in April?
We announced 130,000 in the month of April, and we announced that May has already surpassed April.
I mean, Jason, Voyager was one of the very few solutions where users could access Doge.
Yeah.
They said Robinhood and Voyager.
That's true. So what about another question in the chat? What about will there ever be a web browser version?
Yeah, we're scaling that. We had one in beta where we had a bunch of people testing it and giving us input. So we will bring that back to life in a full version over the next 6 odd months or so. Where everything needs to be scaled, right? You can't just take a platform and just throw it out there and say, hey guys, use it, because then I'll get the F-bombs over Twitter, their DMs or the eggs at my house about why it doesn't work. So, everything's got the right path. We have gone from, we 4x'd our staff in literally 4 months, and it's all related to growing all these products. And I wish it was easy as Sabrina Sabrina on Bewitched, where I could just wiggle my nose and it's done, but it doesn't kind of work that way. So we're getting there, and we will be where we want to be in the near future with a lot of these products.
No, it's amazing. I remember when it started. This crypto exchange. I'm like, oh, it's a crowded marketplace. That was like 5 years ago.
You told me when I started 3 years ago, I was nuts. But so did my brothers, so did my family. It doesn't really matter. I have nuts. You know that.
Yep. How many years ago did you start it? 3 years ago or 4 years ago? 5 years ago? What?
We started, and someone corrected me. It wasn't Sabrina. Sabrina was the teenage witch. It was Samantha on Bewitched. So I stand corrected. We didn't start hiring people to.
I was wondering who this Sabrina person was. I was like, Sabrina, what?
Wait, you didn't watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Jason?
Never. I had no idea what he's talking about. I'm like, this is like an inappropriate comment about Sabrina, and I didn't even know what he was talking about.
I'm glad you went on for Genius Brain, so you would have been like, "What's Marvel?" I mean,
okay. Wait. When did it start? When did you start hiring people?
We didn't make our first hire to mid February 2018. So in 3 years, we're at where we are today. It's pretty crazy story. Pretty crazy ride. Great team, getting bigger, deeper. So it's exciting. It's exciting times to be in this space. We're changing the world. We're changing the way things get done, especially in the financial services.
Do you get tired ever?
No, I have Red Bull and coffee. Why would I ever get tired?
yes, that is a man after my own heart. Let's go.
Look, I was taught this a long time ago from my father. If you're not there working, there's somebody else who is. So you better keep trying to stay ahead of everybody else. Everybody always is talking about, we're trying to catch the big guys, right? But I also worry about people who are trying to, catch me. So if I'm not working, one of those guys probably is, and I'm going to lose my gap. I need to stay ahead of all these people. So, sleep. I'll get there when I'm 70. I'm not 70 yet.
You guys like that work ethic? You guys like that?
I love it.
Someone said you'll be the Amazon of financial services in 5 years.
That's a really nice compliment. If I could be the Amazon of anything in 5 years, that'd be nice. One of the analysts actually said that on the only other company he saw grow this fast on the analyst call yesterday. He compared us. I think George Stone or Hallam was Amazon.
Really?
Yep.
That's impressive. That's impressive. So. Yeah, Amazon. If you can get in now, I mean, I sold my Amazon shares at $10. See, if I didn't sell, it'll be worth like $10 million today, guys. This Voyager is at like $20 right now.
Yeah, so I'm reading some of these questions. So let me address one or two of these questions here. We've had a little delays in our Cardano stuff. We're working towards that and getting that up to speed, but that stuff should all take care of itself in the near future. So that Luna staking, I see that question. Working on that, we announced a relationship with Blockdaemon. So that one of the reasons we announced this partnership with Blockdaemon and their staking nodes is so that we can offer more coins to stake. So hang tight. We're working towards it. We get it. I get 50 of those texts every day when Luna staking. We'll get there. Trust me. It's definitely on the short-term roadmap to do more with Blockdaemon. Those are two questions I see that I get a lot that I just wanted to address.
Awesome.
Yep. All right. Well, you guys, he's answered the questions. I'm telling you, one of the most ethical persons I know, and kindest, and the stock. I mean, we brought him on when the stock was at 60 cents on the show. 60 cents it was on. So if you guys aren't retired, I don't know what to say, but 60 cents is when we brought Steve on. And Steve, as you can hear it in his voice, when the stock was at 60 cents till today, which is a ginormous increase, he hasn't changed. His voice is the exact same. He doesn't act cocky of any sort. He just knows it's working harder, and it's a day one approach.
I appreciate those words. It's working hard every day. That's our job. That's what we're trying to do. We have, investors, customers, employees, token holders, all that. We have a lot of constituents that rely on us to do our job every day and work hard. And I think anytime you're part of something that we are, public company, consumer facing product, your job is to deliver your best effort every single day to those constituents. That's your job. It might not always work out the way you want, but that's your job. Come to work hard every day and give it 110% and make sure you're doing the best for those constituents. Otherwise you're not doing what you're paid to do. And that's the mentality of my entire team.
Right. I mean, that's should be, yeah, that's awesome. Two last questions. I don't think you're doing a share buyback because you're investing in the business right now. So I don't think a share buyback would make sense, but maybe I'm wrong. Someone asked that. And then other question.
There was a buyback maybe a month or two ago.
He announced. You're right. That's true. He did announce. Yeah, that's true.
We announced it about a month ago, which gives us the ability to buy back our stock over the next 12 months, starting May 30th. That if we believe our stock is at a price that we think is not reasonable, considering where we are as a company and our growth, we have the cash and we're generating free cash flow now. We could use that to buy back stock if we feel it's undervalued.
Okay. And that's one. And the second question is there an email address if someone has a question about an account not being, all right. So yeah, I see that. There's two things. support@investvoyager.com. Okay, guys, support@investvoyager.com. Yeah.
So I will say a couple of things related to that. If you've got yourself locked out of your account, you changed your phone, your password, you got something with your multi-factor. And again, I think I said it to you guys last time I was here. Everybody should go to multi-factor authentication, stop the SMS text. The safest way to protect your funds at Voyager or any other online broker, and your email if you're on Yahoo or wherever, is go to a multi-factor 2FA. Google Mail, anyone who doesn't do that, you're taking unnecessary risk with personal identifiable information. So do that. So why does it take some time? You got to email support, get your account reaccess. We got to make sure you are who you are if we're going to give people back access to an account. So that takes a little bit of time. And others who can't get in is probably because they failed the KYC on the initial go. 80% of our people actually, when they open an account, get through the KYC with no problems. The 20% that fail usually have something wrong. They may have fat fingered their social security number, typed their email wrong, a bunch of reasons why, and that will take time to get through too.
Yeah, and guys, I have a Voyager account. I haven't had any issues. I know there's gonna be people that have issues, and they're opening up 170,000 accounts a month. You're gonna, run into stuff. Sky1187, email them, and if you don't get a response, forward it to us at powerhour@benzinga.com, and we'll help you. Okay, so they're hiring, they're doing all this stuff, and they will take care of you. I promise. That's what they do, and this is a company that is one to watch. We brought it on here at 60 cents, and it's at $20 now. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, just kidding. All right, Steve, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Congrats on the success, and I'm sure we'll be watching more and looking forward to more and more good times.
Well, you guys, as always, good friends of ours. Appreciate being on. You reaching out. Thanks for having me, and look forward to catching up with you guys. And the offer's there, Jace. If you need a room, I'll make sure I got 2 double beds. You get 1 double bed, I got the other.
Yeah, the rooms are. So I was like, who do I know that lives there? I gotta, so so we'll see.
You have to pretend you're like going to check out a venue for a Benzinga event and get one of the hotels to comp you a room.
Yeah, that's a good idea. There you go. Good idea.
Well, you just gave that trick away. So now everybody's going to pretend they're with Benzinga.
Everybody's going to go as like a Benzinga employee. Yeah, you're to check out the venue.
Yep.
So all right, guys. All right. Well, thanks. I'll speak to you guys
Talk to you soon. Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. So that was
We brought some fire today, Jason.
What'd you say?
We brought some fire today. We brought GNUS brands. We brought Voyager Digital. And then we have all of our stocks. We have our Ford, our Voyager, our Tiger, our BTN, your Peloton. I mean, it's a hell of a power hour. I think I need a power nap.
We should bring the Peloton CEO on. Someone needs to write the story. We need to make sure that in the content site they're writing stories on our guests.
Yes. So for that GNUS brands interview, there's some great ones. If you're listening, Adam Eckert, which I know you are, like I asked him what it's like working with Arnold Schwarzenegger for a reason. I asked him what it's like working with Stan Lee for a reason. I mean, those are some cool stories.
On the show, I'm putting it in there. We need it's exclusive stuff.
Yep.
All right. What else, Luke?
What else? I'm gonna get back to building. We over-delivered on our promise of trade ideas today.
We have a special discount for Benzinga Pro, YouTube 20 to get 20% off. YouTube 20. If you know any good graphic designers that love the financial markets and have designed a bunch of website-related stuff, we are hiring for that. It's good pay. If you know anyone, we'll give you a $2,500 referral fee. Power hour at benzinga.com. The pay is very nice, and the referral fee is nice. Graphic designer for quick turnaround, financial website stuff. And then Benzinga Pro, YouTube 20 is the code. And as always, if you send an email to E-Trade, Tension, whoever, you'll get swag by sending an email saying we want our Benzinga news. All right, do that with every brokerage. We'll send you swag. We have 3 boxes of swag right here that we want to send out, and that allows us to bring more guests on and bring more sweet people. Email powerhour at benzinga.com to recommend guests you would like to have on. And what happened?
And if you guys haven't checked out Benzinga Pro yet, there's literally no reason not to. And you saw the fire that we've brought this week with our trades. I mean, it's a tool that we use every day, and you literally get it for free for 2 weeks. You make the trial, you don't pay anything for 2 weeks. And it boggles my mind that there's still people who haven't at least done the trial.
Yeah. And what happened? I thought Zoltan was in the office this week.
He's moving today, so he'll be coming tomorrow. And also, I do have to say, folks, if you don't know, we are still running our giveaway to win 1 free share of Tesla. So it is pinned in the chat. Make sure to click that link. And of course, get other people to subscribe. You guys know people who are into the stock markets. You guys know people who are interested in cryptocurrency. We have a lot of topics we cover here. There's a lot of value we provide on the channel. So help us grow. Let's grow this community. We can bring more content for you guys. And of course, you can win a free share of Tesla. So click that link.
Does that mean I have to give away one of my Tesla shares to people?
Actually, it means you have to give away your Tesla.
Well, that's a lease. I'm happy to do that. They can take that and then
Unload it. Yeah, they're responsible for all the damages.
By the way, I would give out a Model Y Tesla if we had some crazy contest. I would buy a Model Y Tesla and give it away. But the community we got Zinger Nation. We need you to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Until then, by the way, Happy Muhammad. Benzinga is spelled wrong in your thing. You have Benzina. You forgot the G. So just to let you know.
Good catch.
Yep. Yes, Ron Willis. It is. Yep, you're right. All right.
Freaking going again, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Get the word out.
31% on the calls today. 281%. Our forward calls up 300% since we bought them. They're running again.
I never got forward calls. I just got the stock. Should have bought the calls.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. All right, guys, subscribe. We're back at it tomorrow, delivering on more ideas. We got 2 more options tomorrow, so you better be here.
Neil coming up on. We got Neil coming up on technicals. We got Luke has options coming tomorrow. Ideas, finishing the trade ideas, and we got a lot of stuff going on. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Send us recommendations. Power hour at benzinga.com. We love you. And Tesla giveaway is not worth giving the whole Tesla away until 1 million subscribers. Okay. Thank you. Peace.
There we go. Let's get to 1 million, folks. All right. We will see you in the next Power Hour.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Zinger Nation, jam-packed show today.